Hey guys, what is up? Today we're running through a quick expedition list. This is a deck tech video. I played these games live on my stream and on Twitch. But anyway, let's run through the deck list. We have 3 Maveloft Huntress. What she does, Killer, Imbue, Summon, Plunder. So typically, you don't always want to play her as a 2-drop. Sometimes it's better to just do nothing. But if you're hurting for lands, you'll play her early. She'll fix your power, draw you a card if you have too many lands. And then, turn into a treasure, which will then draw you a card if you're kind of a little flooded. And then, ideally though, what you want to do is play one of your 3/3s first, or like a 4/5 broker, and then imbue her with that. And then either trade with something, in which case you'll get her, whatever you stunned will unstun once you trade. Or just kill something and then leave her on the board. So she's pretty solid. We're only playing 3 just because she's not always great, but we definitely want that little bit of extra fixing. Anything you can do to be more consistent is nice. Next up, we've got Sky Serpent. There's not a whole lot to say here. It's just efficient. It's a 3/3. It attacks. You know, it's solid. It flies, so that has some synergy too. High Sky Lookout. Half the time we don't have a flying unit in play by the time we play this, but that's fine. Sometimes we play him and then play the flying unit later, and then we can catch it on the back end, but he's solid. Invoke's really strong. Being able to pick cards gives it like kind of a Hearthstone element in a way. But it's solid. Like, he gets the job done. Sometimes he just comes down and blocks or forces them to not attack or something, and that's fine too. Next up, we've got Yulo Sky Tactician. Probably saying that wrong, but whatever. Yulo. I don't know. But this guy's got, she's got Pledge, which is very helpful. Just consistency-wise, you'll have more keepable hands if you're running her. And she's down with a thickness. Whenever you attack with a unit with flying, play a 2/3 wolf. So they can't really kill her before you get the wolf. So if you've got a flyer in play, you slam Yulo, hit A, and you get a wolf. So even if they kill her, you get value out of her. And that's pretty nice. Well, not value, but just board presence out of her. And if one of the like low-key sub-themes of this deck is creating units, and we'll get more into that later. But creating 2 bodies in 1 card is nice, and if you have multiples or she sticks on the board, you can quickly run away with the game with her. Veteran Mercenary. This is kind of like Invoke, but worse. But he can block more often, and being a 4/4 is actually kind of relevant in Expedition. So we like him. Does some pretty good work, and sometimes he just comes down and gives you a random card, and that's fine too. Wasteland Broker. This is one of the new hotnesses popping around. We could potentially play more, but we're also using Primal etchings, so we kind of like having both. And I have a lot of like top ends, so I wasn't sure, which version I wanted. I'd rather have. I find Yulo and Veteran Mercenary to be pretty important, just for either replacing Veteran Mercenary replaces himself, and Yulo gets you on board. Being a 4/5 on Wasteland Broker is nice because it passes the Jeg test, but because of how many we can cast Primal etchings over and over again, and sometimes our market will be empty, so we didn't want to run too many. Helio the Skywinder. This card's insane. Probably seen it before, but since we're mono Primal, we make probably the best use of this card. And just, it's a 5 power that at the minimum will draw you 2 in a worst case scenario. And every step up from there, it goes to like 3, 4, 5. So it gets out of hand really fast. And she makes sure you're always hitting gas and have a full hand. Ancient Serpent, this card's insane. As we go through the spells, you'll kind of see just the double value this gets. But just being able to put Turn to Seed, we'll just start with there. back into your hand and casting it again is huge. And we can also use it with Primal Etchings to like double dip into our market a few times. So pretty solid card. We're playing 4 just because of how powerful it is. And yeah, let's just run through the spells and the removal now. Permafrost, this is just an expedition staple. 1 power, stun a guy, just good cheap removal. Sometimes you're desperation playing Helio, hoping to draw a Permafrost just so you can do both in 1 turn, or, you know, it's just solid. Levitate, this is just some deck cycling, just a little, and like the flying sometimes relevant. We can use it to trigger Yulo, we can use it to trigger the Reckless guy, and sometimes it gives you lethal or makes you able to block with something that wouldn't usually block a flyer. So it has a lot of low-key synergy, and the fact that it just replaces itself makes it okay here. We could probably play more, but 2's been fine so far. 4 Primal Etchings, just in a mono list, this card gets even better. You can even play it outside of the mono lists, but we make full use of it here. Just all the thinning we have, half the time we get to the point where there's not a lot of Primal Sigils left in our deck at the end of the game. And combine that with just cheap, easy market access and a lot of the tokens we have, and this card's great here. Eileen's Favor, I wanted a few extra ways to give us Aegis. We're not playing Transpose. That might be incorrect, but we are playing Eileen's Favor, and I like it. Maybe in the future there's probably an argument to run Transpose, and then you could potentially put Broker in your market and just maybe run some other cards. But in our case, I wanted to actually use the market, you know, kind of the standard way. So we're not doing that. I wanted access to the full range of stuff. So that's how that went down. But yeah, this is just get Aegis, get a power, consistency, it's good. Mobilization, or as I like to call it, the Horse Gang. You play 2 1/2s and then you revenge them, and then in the next few turns, usually faster because of all of our card draw, you put them back into play. This just bogs down the board. If they're attacking with any sort of X1, these guys just really get in the way, and they're annoying, and just sometimes they just chump block and buy you time, and that's fine too. And that can give you time for your flyers to win a game. Shared Vision. This card goes really well with the Horse Gang, by the way. We exhaust 2 of our units to give the top card of our deck Destiny, and it also has Revenge. So what this means is we have no way to like decide what's on top of our deck. Second Sight isn't in the format, but it doesn't matter. It just gives you insane velocity. So early on, we'll put units into play, and then if we're at kind of like a stable position or we can afford to take a hit, we'll fire off Shared Vision. And that's when the deck can really start to pop off, because if you get a high roll and like roll like a creature or a removal spell or something, you can really quickly take over the game thanks to this card. And then once you're ahead, it's going to be hard for them to get back, because eventually your revenge is going to take back around and it's going to happen again. So this card can really pop off. Combined with Mobilization, those 2 cards kind of work pretty well, because one will make the 2 bodies you need, and one will give Destiny to the top card. The only thing you have to keep in mind is sometimes you want to sequence your cards so that you cast Shared Vision before there's any revenge cards flipping around on top of your deck. That way you don't actually accidentally give a card Destiny twice, which does nothing for you. Next up, we've got Turn to Seed. This is another staple. Sometimes it gets us killed, but it's such a good card that we're definitely running the full 4, and we're proud of it. This will save you so many times, and even if you don't have it, people will play around it, so that helps too. So sometimes they'll have like multiples of a minion, and they'll only play one of them just because they don't want to get blown out on the board, and you might not even have Turn to Seed, so you're able to just Permafrost or whatever. But solid card. Let's go through the power. We got 11 Primal Sigils, surprise, surprise. Not really a lot of other value lands or transform lands we have options of. 4 Waystones, this is just another way to give Aegis. Primal Symbol, pretty standard. Just we're a mono deck, so having this is basically our this is our only tap land, so it's safe to play this. And yeah, we could potentially play crests if we wanted to abuse shared vision a little more, but then we'd have to cut veteran mercenary, so I didn't do that, but that's an option. Oru Vow and Find Vow, this just gives us deck thinning. So later on, we're drawing actual relevant cards instead of Primal Sigils. So, pretty solid. I've been happy with them so far, and yeah. Let's look at the market. We've got Backlash. Being able to broker Backlash or Primal Etching's Backlash and use it against some of the Channel the Tempest lists is pretty solid. Those decks are annoying, and since we don't have Transpose, they can basically do it to us at will because they are running Transpose. So Backlash is kind of our answer to that. If you're playing against a spell deck, 100% broker Backlash into your deck and just counter all their channels, and that's a good way to get a win against them. Lightning Storm, this is just for go wide. You don't really need to talk about it, but half the time if it's good, it's going to be great, and if it's bad, you don't even want it, so it is what it is. Vengeful Flight, this card pops off. You can use it on Broker and shuffle a bunch of Vengeful Flights back into your deck, or which is great, or you can just have extra dudes with flying that shouldn't have flying, giving Yulo flying, bonus points for that, because then she triggers her own wolves. High Sky Lookout, you can give him flying, and then the copy comes into play and also has flying and triggers Invoke. There's a lot of things you can do with this, but it's pretty solid. If you're looking for maximum style points, I recommend giving Vernal Mandrake flying, because then the copy comes into play and then transforms your board again. I don't think there's a lot of board states where you do this and lose afterwards, but that's the bonus points. We'll kind of talk about Vernal then. Being able to just transform all of our units is huge. We're playing a lot of units that enter the battlefield and like do stuff, but they kind of sacrifice some power and toughness for that. So being able to upgrade these even into something random is usually strong. Now there are boards where you don't want to do this, like if they don't have any flyers and you're like obviously ahead on board with flyers and you're like making tokens with Yulo, maybe don't play Vernal. But if you're kind of at a board stall, Vernal will shake things up for one way or another. And just the amount of randomness that happens, definitely be ready to game it a little bit, because you're going to have to be able to quickly read all your cards and react before you run out of time. And then Channel the Tempest, this is also another solid broker target. Being able to shuffle 4 of these in means that once you draw one, you're probably going to draw the next one, which draws you the next one and the next one. So you can quickly get to a point where you're just channeling every turn of the game, and that's huge. Now that we've gone through the list, I want to take a step back and just emphasize some synergies here, just in case it wasn't obvious. I've named the deck Revenge of the Sneck, and the reason being is Ancient Serpent. We've got a lot of cards with revenge, or spells with revenge. So when you play Ancient Serpent, it actually draws the spell from your void, which means you trigger Destiny, so not only do you get that spell, but you get whatever you draw. It basically turns Ancient Serpent into cast the spell, and then draw a card. So you get the spell for free, and then you draw something for free. So that's pretty solid, and it's just a synergy I wanted to point out, and this is why we're running 4. Yeah. That's the deck, guys. I hope you have a good time with it. Check out the gameplay. Definitely gonna keep this hand. We have early removal, some good beats. It's the scary matchup. We'll hang on to Maveloft. Hopefully we can does removal. These serpents are perfect imbue targets. Can trade with any 5 toughness guy. File coming in.
Winds protect me.
Play the snake. Well, Jackson would be upset with us. It's really nice that we're trading basically even on power here. Oftentimes you play against these decks and they, you know, when we're playing these big, thick 4-drops, it really sucks when they spend 2 power to kill it. Although I suppose they don't have any 2 power spells that kill this. Badge of Honor coming down.
One shot, one kill.
Nice, we got the kill there. Oh, that's our second Wasteland Broker. I don't know if we can afford to play that yet. We'll definitely bog down our draws a ton. Works for me. What do we want? Probably Lightning Storm. We'll take Staff.
The shadow has always been. You're fucked.
I suppose we slam Staff first. That's what we're gonna draw.
It is time to end this.
That's gonna bounce off our Aegis. Kill off that guy. Market, or the, I keep calling my void the market, but that's basically what it is. Now we wait. These griefs aren't doing much.
The nightmare rages.
We'll put a bunch of Tempests. panels on top. And go ahead and exhaust here. I don't think we want Lightning Storm anymore. We're gonna take Vernal. We'll permafrost this. Just start racing.
The shadow has always been.
I probably shouldn't have attacked there. Not a huge deal though. I like Yulo here.
Fly, my beauties.
Slam down the horse gang. Yeah, we don't care.
The nightmare
We don't need to deal with Severin at all. Huh. I actually like this more than Vernal here. Although... Oh, wait. Wait a second. Let's attack first. Next turn, we Vengeful Flight the Vernal. Got the win there. A shame we didn't get to go full spaghetti, but happy to get the win. This hand is excellent. Well, definitely save Yulo here. We even have turn 2 Serpent and a turn 3 Serpent. Sky's the limit, this hand. Got the Defile. Like I said before though, it's really nice having threats like Serpent that they're willing to spend their good power removal on. I'm also very thankful that I get to attack and get my wolf before his annihilate kills my Yulo. I guess he doesn't have it. It's gonna be bad news bears for him. We're about to run away with this game. Wolfing them. He has another good flyer though, will kind of be stalled out. That's certainly a good flyer. That's a good draw for us. I think we just slam Helio here. We're looking for removal. That is certainly removal. If he had devoured a Zykaria there, that would have been such a big brain play. Probably should have attacked first. That won't come. Let's get our mobilization into play. Get that revenge cycling. Go for Merc. That's a good hit. We're still gonna play Serpent though. We'll offer the trade. Blowing away our Serpent. Knowing that Defile pops our Aegis, but what can you do? We're blocking like this because if he does have Defile or Annihilate, he can't actually target the Merc, and we don't care if he kills our other horse. I think I'm alright with drawing 5 here. Let's get Aegis. Just send it back. We'll wait for more information before we try and pop the seed.
Special delivery.
Hasty lookout. We 100% won Vernal.
One shot.
Imbue here. Skip. Back the weenie. Yeah, that's fine. I think we played a land, so let's put a bunch of channels on top of our deck, shall we? We shall. Yeah, hey Keyblade, how's your night going so far? We're just crawling around on the Eternal Ladder tonight. Trying to hit the equivalent of Legend from Hearthstone. We're trying to hit Masters. Playing a mono Primal deck. Grim Deception coming in with the hot follow. Thank you. How's it going, Grim? Things were looking pretty grim before you came in, but looks can be deceiving. I I don't like this hand on the draw. I'd have kept it on the play. We're just grinding the ladder. Certainly a lot of things I could be doing that I like less. Happy to be brewing and getting wins. This is actually the first person we've played against that's Masters. Everyone's just been pushing to Masters. I suppose everyone from like rank 100 and up just kind of gave up. And everyone higher is all playing against each other. But I also imagine, aside from people trying to push Masters for that end of season reward, everyone's just probably prepping for that ECQ in July. I'll probably tune my Turbo Fog list for that. If you're not familiar with that list, it's up on my YouTube page. Pretty strong too.
I bring a boon.
I will 100% turn to C to Diana. Yeah, here's the Turbo Fog deck that I'll probably play in the ECQ. Some version of that. Really fun to play.
Choose a path.
Yep, that's the exact list. I haven't updated it at all. I got trolled by Eternal during that too. I had a bunch of Martyr's Chains in my deck and I never drew one. I accidentally like Grodov's Burden, my own Grodov's Burden at one point, which didn't help me at all. Let's start with Shared Vision here. And we'll permafrost the 4/5. Save this for the seed. Yeah, that was a good match. I 100% fed the game when I Grodov's Burden my own Grodov's Burden, and then the problem with that is he had a Zoe on the board, and that's what I wanted to target. If I'd been able to bottom the Zoe, it might not have been shuffled back in as many times. And that could have led to a less strong draws on his part. It came down really close too, so something like that might have mattered. Oh, rest in peace, our horse. Play Merc. Probably should have played Merc before Permafrost, but this card is great against them. They have no way to deal with the mages. We'll save it for like a post-board wipe though, I think. I think we slam Helio next turn. Helio for Helio. I don't think we attack. His seed's about to turn on. And I think we just want to block.
One One shot, one kill.
But actually, we're just legends. And, we don't have to worry about it. We're gonna catch a decimate there. Defiance, that's what it is.
You will pay for your crimes.
Oh well. Walking works too. We'll hit our land drops for the next few turns here, and we can just fly over. I think we slammed some beef on the board, though. Oh, well, maybe not. Let's attack first, just see what they do. See what they got popping. Blitz off that armor there. We'll go ahead and shared visions now while we've got a big board. Cavron coming down. Tuvon, I mean? Sorry. You've heard of Tuvon. Prepare yourself for Trevon. Why'd he power up this one? I guess he wants the card draw to be cheaper. I guess. Horse Gang. Giving lands destiny. Like it's my job. Alright. We're one power short of this. Let's play Lookout. Get that spicy invoke. We are grabbing mages, and I think we know how we're gonna try and win this.
Special delivery.
Going with the Air Homer here. Hit him with that B-52. This explicitly says kill too, so he has to use a weapon or killer, and if not, it'll just live forever and we'll keep our 6/6. If he silences it or anything else, nothing happens. Shuffles it into our deck. Magus of the Mist. Doing something. Clicking on his guy. Wonder if he's gonna draw. Our deck does so well against these, this style of deck, because all of their cards are just like 1-for-1, but Helio kind of gives us exponential value in gas. And our removal, like Turn to Seed, just like wipes out the whole chain.
Think you can escape?
Silence coming down. I imagine, yep. Dragon's getting silenced.
Stand back.
Lots of alchemists. I love this card. So good. Makes your draw so consistently. We have the makeshift lady. What's her name? Maveloft Huntress. But I think Alchemist might be better. Not 100% sure, but I think so. Yeah, we'll go ahead and invoke here. I think we want Game Lord. But I think we're gonna play Mages in the Mist first.
It's more re-
Drake's pretty good for us. Let's attack first.
Special delivery.
We'll play Drake here. Get rid of one of these losers. Turn to seed the boys. Don't really care about them, but now his only actual blocker is this. Everything else just trades. We can just ace base next turn. Maybe hold back. Yulo or something. Or not. Guess we're gonna play our 5-power draw 6. Oh. I think we 100% play Broker first. Shuffle Channel in. Then we draw 6. If we give Channel the Tempest, that Destiny here, I'm gonna laugh. Okay, we got... That's still pretty good.
Stand back.
We can ditch a horse and Valiant Leap. No, we want Valiant Leap. Let's we'll ditch the horses. Usually we'd hold our horses, but I think we'll get rid of them. I think the time for horsing around is past. Equalize does nothing. Guess he's got second equalize. Oh, we have to discard 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Fly free.
I am still happy with my hand.
Unleash the storm.
Slam some lands in case he has another equalize. We attack.
Stand back.
Torrent his face.
Unleash the storm.
Get some thinning. And the snack is lethal.
Unleash the storm.
Takes forever to play against these decks. You have to like exile half their deck. Just because they have so much removal. But like, you keep your hand full the whole time. This hand's too rough. Only payoff is Maveloft, and that's not really a payoff. Hand isn't much better, but it's better than going to 6. I didn't play the Vow first because I actually don't want the thinning. I'd like to hit lands. We'll play the Vow last. We'll just slam this. Give removal. Eee. That is a great trade for us. That's the best removal he has, except for maybe what's it called? Timepiece? I guess we can if we give him flying, can I pay 3 and invoke? I'm gonna try. Glad he devoured that. One of the common ways we lose is we turn to seed early and then don't have an answer to the seed. Yeah, let's try this. It works. These are all bad. Substitute is the least bad. But I think we're gonna take... No, we take substitute here. We'll hit that with the hard pass. Get the horses going. And next turn we can shared vision. Played Annihilate on a lot of really bad targets. So, yeah, it was a tempo moth.
Imbued for your
He must have been desperate. I guess we don't get the shared vision.
failed.
Big sad.
Protect me. Fly, my beauties.
Yeah, he ate Kylo. Probably gonna turn this seed into a dinosaur. Unless I rip permafrost here. Helio first. Wreck this guy. Now we're chilling. Second kilo. Broker coming down.
Fly free.
Going for the memes.
Beauties.
Hopefully we hit something good.
Choose a path.
Second broker. Big attack coming in. Let's see the Primal sigil on top of our deck. Age is protecting our ass. Did we rip our forces that already had Destiny? I think we did. This might seem dumb, but bear with me. We're wolfing. Of course we draw a land. Hopefully we can keep spamming wolves. Second, third kilo coming down. Can't afford to take the one here. We might actually be dead. If so, it's going to be pretty annoying. Come on, Aegis. There it is. I guess we slam turn to seed here. That was a pretty spicy turn. Bet he's upset. I know I'd be upset. We vow down to 1 just for the BM. Let's see him rip his 5th kilo. Just because we can.
My
Power coming
rings
down.
failed.
The shadow has always been.
Reverend. Fuck. See what we read? Ugh. Oof.
It's all your fault.
Winged justice.
Oh boy. Well, he can no longer kill us with that. Which of these frickin' dudes are about to pop? We have enough blockers. One, two, three, four, five. I'm not messing around with removal. We are alpha blocking that shit. I don't give a shit. Playing around everything. Hey, our Primal ranked up. Yeah, we keep this hand. I think we keep our Yulo as well. Yeah, Gage is there.
Winds protect me.
Looks like it's Combri.
It's written right here.
I'm down Yulo.
My beauties.
That way we have a Maveloft target. We rip anything that gives us flying too, that'd be nice.
One shot, one kill.
We'll take the power here.
It is time to end this.
We'll go ahead and draw 3, no point in waiting. Try and kill this. Oh wow. He just deadass played that for us to kill it. Maybe he's trying to equivocate us. Restore balance or whatever.
Free.
I think if he's going for that, we'll just play
My beauties.
dump as much stuff as we can. We'll go ahead and grab Aegis. That way he doesn't discard our holy hand.
Protect me. Safe travels, friend.
Go ahead and draw our 6.
Brave the elements.
Etchings here. Swap out that. Grab, I guess, channel. Etchings here. Swap out that. Grab Mandrake. Send it back.
Unleash the storm.
Ladies and gentlemen, got him. Gets there. Let's hope this guy doesn't know what he's doing. Suppose I should respect my elders, though. Yeah. Kinda sucks, but... Got a curve out here. I'll probably just kill it. As they usually do. Playing it like this, because if he plays something big, we can shared vision. And then turn to seed on the next turn. And if he doesn't, we just crack him really hard. Yeah, so we're gonna get cracking. Oh, we merc first.
My daggers.
Fear
find
tracker
them.
coming down. Offer him the trade.
Winds protect me.
Gonna try and race us. He's not in for a good time. There's Acaria. I see what he's up to. Glad I attacked them. That's a good rip. Consider our invoke. We'll probably want value. Stealth strike here. Keep up the assault. Stealth strike lets us pop these seeds. Like a poppy seed, but we're gonna pop the seed.
The strong shall inherit.
Ah, that'll help him. Devour is pretty good there. Give him the chance to block here. Go ahead and pop
Fly, my
this off while we can.
one kill. My
Get it while the
daggers
getting's
find
good.
their mark.
MTG cards, thank you for the follow. How's your night going? We are trying to climb the expedition ladder with Mono Primal tonight. Our win rate's pretty good too. Oh. He's probably not going to be happy about this. The fast spell. Are imbue late gone. Go ahead and pop the seed. Poppy seed. I am more than happy to rip Eileen's favor here.
Winds protect me.
We'll play that next turn.
Embrace the shadow.
Well, time to get funky.
Unleash the storm.
How'd I mess up that math? Glad he traded. Got 5 cards in our hand. We cast Channel of Tempest, which is supposed to do damage to the number of cards in our hand. What happened? I'm counting 5. Go ahead and get Invoke first. Okay. Slam the staff. Calming the hand off. And we'll use Broker to put some spice on our deck.
Choose a path.
One shot, one kill.
Make some horses. And we sent it. Let's try and hit it rank 1. We'll make the push to Masters tomorrow, I think. Sound good? This is pretty bad. Start dropping them symbols. We'll just play him first. We'll save this to kill something, hopefully. Probably should have played Aegis there. We'll play it next turn. Suppose they could have Vara's touch. We can pretend like we were playing around that.
Let us make bargain there. I fought for them all.
Nice. I love when Mercenary just rips cards that are already in our deck. Feels great. Go for that alpha block, because both Annihilate and Defile can't target him. Ice Bolt gets us, but I actually think that helps us more than it hurts. Mobilization coming down. Let's just keep drawing cards. I'll take Regression. I'll get rid of Regression. I think we want staff here. We're kind of understaffed. We'll offer the block. Well, no. We'll chump. Permafrost coming down. We're gonna have to spend this turn killing stuff. See what he goes for here. Spaghetti, spaghetti. Yeah, I think we slam staff here. Start riding the value train. Definitely played our cards a little out of order there. Don't mind me. We'll just do it again. More than happy. We have another one too. So. Actually get the hard turn to seed there. That is not much of a downgrade.
I fought for them all.
See what we rip here. Air is on, that's cool. Playing in. Grab etchings. Man, this deck just pops off. It's so easy to play. Like, I don't want to say easy to play, but when you're ahead like this, We're just like rolling through people back to back to back to back. I think that's lethal with Nightfall. They went ahead and set up the self-kill on him. Give him the salute. Alright. I just go ahead and show you how we did today. Here's my little tracker. So we had 40 games. We lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We went 33-7. It's honestly not bad. But yeah, if you guys are interested, I had a few videos go live back to back these past few days. Let's see. We had my catcher deck go up, my Crown of Possibilities deck, and then my Talir combo deck. Then we also have my Turbo Fog deck from last week, and this will be what I play. I'll probably be playing this in the ECQ, because of all of the decks I've played recently, I had the highest win rate with this in Throne. So, be excited to pull that out. If you guys haven't checked these out, go ahead and check it out. And I look forward to seeing you guys again. I'll be streaming again tomorrow night.